Road trip. Hi friends, thanks for joining us at Mama's house. My name is Tanya and I can't wait to take you on this great adventure of our first road trip with my boys in several years. Join me, let's go. Our journey started out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we had to go through Chicago. But I don't let traffic stop me from having a good time, and if you have a good tune playing on the speakers, you'll find me dancing, even if I'm stuck in traffic in Chicago. We departed a little bit later than we had planned and anticipated. We left later in the afternoon, so we had to deal with lovely Chicago traffic, but that's okay because we got to take some pit stops along the way, and we got to observe the graffiti on the walls. I grew up going to Chicago, visiting the Ukrainian village and my grandparents and relatives that lived there, and I don't recall ever seeing this amount of graffiti on the sides of the highway, but maybe I just never paid attention. We view things differently from an adult's perspective than we do from a child's perspective. This is us passing over the Chicago Skyway, headed to lovely Indiana. My goal on this day was to make it to Cleveland. That's about the halfway point between my house and my sister's house. Road trip snacks. Here is one of our road trip snacks. Saltine crackers. Because my son Roman found a TikTok about some snack with some spicy like Cajun saltine cracker recipe, which we're gonna try out. But the reason I'm talking about saltine crackers is because my dad grew up during the Great Depression, and he said when they had no food, no money, no food, his mom would buy saltine crackers and put them in a bowl and fill the bowl with water, and that's all they had to eat, sometimes for extended periods of time. And if they actually had a little money, she would buy milk and she would put the milk in with the saltine crackers, and that was what they ate, because during the Great Depression it was a horrible time. At one point he said that his foot was growing, and it was growing so fast they couldn't afford shoes, so his mom would cut the toes off the shoes so that his foot could grow, so that he could still wear shoes. So that's my story about the saltine crackers. Traveling with me and Monoshot can be an adventure sometimes because we don't always have things planned. And in this instance, I saw the exit for Notre Dame and I thought, hey, it would be really cool to visit this campus with my boys, especially since my son Roman is attending college in 2 years. So I figured, what better time to start college visits than right now? Lucky for me, my boys are a little bit older, ages 13 and 16, and they didn't give me much complaints about making this random stop. They kind of know how it goes when traveling with me, and they went with the flow. And I think we were all absolutely pleasantly surprised. I had never been at the Notre Dame campus prior, and I found it to be absolutely gorgeous, just breathtaking. It kind of looked like you walked into a set of Harry Potter. And my son at that moment became convinced that he wanted to attend Notre Dame. I totally forgot what road trips are like with two teenage boys. It's absolutely fantastic. It is clearly evident that there is an enormous wealth of information and knowledge on this campus. Even the trees look wise. To get admitted, you need a 4.06 GPA or higher, or you need to compensate with a higher ACT or SAT score. Two fun facts about Notre Dame is that students apparently, under no circumstance, should walk up the steps of the main building. The superstition is that if you do, you will not graduate. So they make it a commencement tradition to take the picture on the stairs themselves. Another fun fact is that the Golden Dome that sits on top of the main building is covered in 23.9 karat gold leaf, and students sometimes find flakes of gold flying off the dome, so you could literally say that there's gold falling out of the sky at Notre Dame. Sports is another component of Notre Dame, and they brag about having 7 Heisman Trophy wins, which is apparently the highest number in the whole country. Also, there have been a couple of movies filmed at Notre Dame, both which are football related. It was an absolutely gorgeous campus. I'm so glad we got the opportunity to stop there. As we started heading out, I noticed this Our Lady of Fatima retreat center, and I had to stop by. Manashak and I went on a retreat pilgrimage a few years back, and Fatima was one of our stops that we were so fortunate to be able to visit. I had no clue what type of mushroom this was, but it looked really cool. At this point, we were hungry, so we stopped at Raising Cane's. Eating at Raising Cane's, I've never heard of this place, but my son, Roman, saw it on TikTok, so we're gonna try it out. It's chicken. Never tried this before. Ooh, Texas toast, some chicken, fries, and is it coleslaw? No, sauce, special sauce. You ate this with the bread? Does it taste good that way? I've never had chicken like this. That tastes really good. That's yummy. And before we knew it, it started to get dark, and I was getting tired, so I stopped for a quick coffee at the rest stop along the way. Where's Starbucks? And it's closed. Even if there's no music playing, you'll still find me dancing somewhere. Here's us trying to find some sugary treats. Since Starbucks was closed, I had to settle for a Frappuccino in a bottle, which worked out fine. It just isn't my first choice. So 3 things from our trip that I've learned. One is that people were driving like absolute bats out of you-know-where, crazy drivers, especially in Chicago. 2, I grew up going to Chicago, and I've never seen so much graffiti, but that might be, I haven't been there in a while, so that might be something new. And then 3, Notre Dame campus is absolutely beautiful. We still have 8.5 hours to go. We're driving at night. We've taken several detours to just kind of check things out on the way, but we're having fun. Stay with us.